A big hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the next video. Today we are at the British Museum in London, and I'm going to take you all on a walk of some of the galleries that are on show here at the British Museum. But before I do, here is a little history of this iconic museum and building. The British Museum can be found in the Bloomsbury area of London. It's a public institution and is dedicated to human history, art and culture from across the world. Its collection is very large, 8 million artifacts or more, most of which were collected during the British Empire. The British Museum was the first national museum in the world and established in 1753. This is one of my favourite museums, and I'm going to share a few of the British Museum's galleries here with you today, starting with Room 2, the Enlightenment Gallery. The Enlightenment is the name given to a period of discovery and learning that flourished among Europeans and Americans from about 1680 to 1820, changing the way they viewed the world. The collection is housed in the oldest room in the present museum, and originally designed to house King George III's library. This really is a diverse room and showcases items from prehistory right through to the Victorian period. This exhibition shows how British people understood the world at this time through their collections. The displays convey a sense of how objects were organised and displayed during the 18th century. This room is a wonderful way to introduce you to what is on offer throughout the museum. We are just entering the Enlightenment Gallery, and you can see is a vast space with a lot of artifacts on show. In the cabinet in front of you there is showcased many Stone Age artifacts from axes, warhammers, arrows, knives and so much more. It's difficult to see some of these items as the cabinets are very tall, but it's a wonderful display. In the same cabinet at the bottom you can see a few Bronze Age items, Iron Age, and sweeping across to Roman vases and bowls. The collection is huge. One of my favourite aspects of this room is the many marble sculptures and busts on display. This one is a bust of Zeus and Roman in origin. The next bust is very beautiful, and it's a depiction of Minerva, again Roman in origin and 2nd century. Here is a rather grand marble statue of the Roman god Apollo, although this particular piece is actually a restored statue. This very sweet Roman marble statue is of Cupid and dates from the 2nd century. I'm going to complete this room with a few photographs of some of the objects on display in the Enlightenment Gallery at the British Museum, and then we will move on to our second room. These photos include an image of the Merman, a curiosity dating back to the 18th century. Here in room 27, titled Mexico, is a display of objects dating back from 2000 BCE until 1521 AD and the conquest of the Aztec Empire by Spain. Here we have a wonderful seated sandstone figure of Mictlantecuhtli, which is Aztec and dates from between 1350 and 1521 AD. This sculpture was the focus of a death cult. Here, against this incredible red backdrop wall and protected by lasers, are a series of Mayan limestone lintels called the Yaxchilan lintels. Here in room 25, titled Africa, is one of the big highlights of the British Museum and includes a wonderful display known as the Benin Bronzes. This group of sculptures, which are made from both brass and bronze, include elaborately decorated cast plaques commemorating heads, animals and human figures. They were created from at least the 16th century onwards in the Western Kingdom of Benin. They were made by specialist guilds who were commissioned to create these pieces for the royal court of the Oba, the king in Benin City. These particular objects are shrouded with controversy and make up part of the contested objects housed at the British Museum. Here in room 4 you get to travel back through 3,000 years of Egyptian history and come face to face with the Rosetta Stone and statues of Ramses II. This particular room's collection was acquired from 1798 onwards, and many of the early pieces became a part of the collection due to Napoleon's invasion of Egypt in 1798. After the British defeated the French, they took some of the important finds from Napoleon which includes the Rosetta Stone, another highly controversial object and another of the museum's most famous objects. Here we have on display the sarcophagus of Mary Mose. Mary Mose was the viceroy of Kush, Upper Nubia, in the reign of Amenhotep III, about 1390 to 1352 BC. Kush and Nubia were important sources of wealth for the ancient Egyptians, and during the New Kingdom, about 1550 to 1070 BC, produced much of the gold which the regime required. This incredible and elaborate piece in front of you is actually a false door and architrave of Ptah Shepshes. It's part of an Egyptian tomb which generally focuses on the afterlife, but this door is unique as it's an actual account of the owner's remarkable life. Room 51 was one of my personal favourites as it showcases a lot of prehistoric items from across Europe, including this incredible headdress which was made about 8000 BC and found in Starcar, Yorkshire. The item is Mesolithic in origin. These wonderful axes here date from 8000 to 4000 BC and were found in the River Lee, Essex. It is not uncommon to find prehistoric items in rivers, streams and springs, as it is often believed that these may have been placed there purposely. If you're enjoying the video, then please don't forget to hit the like button as it helps others find the video. If you would like to see more videos like this one, then please subscribe to our channel. We go on treasure hunts, we search out historical sites, research history and genealogy, narrate and write our own stories, we vlog, cycle, walk, and most importantly, we welcome you guys to our channel. Visit our website for more information about Stephen and Yana. Feel free to check out our blogs, pages and posts. You can even support us further and join us on Patreon and become a Saxon, Viking or even a knightly Norman. Either way, thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the video. Room 49 shows how the Roman occupation of Britain dramatically transformed the material culture of the province. This is an incredible room to explore and so much to see. The room includes Roman spades, face urns, mosaics, vases, bowls and so much more. One of the highlights of his room includes the decorated limestone sarcophagus, which was discovered in Hayden Square, London, and dates from the 4th century AD. We are going to finish this tour of the British Museum London here in room 41, which is titled Sutton Hoo and Europe AD 300 to 1100. Spanning over 700 years, room 41 traces the story of Europe from AD 300. The centuries AD 300 to 1100 witnessed great change in Europe. The Roman Empire broke down in the west, but continued as the Byzantine Empire in the east. People, objects and ideas travelled across the continent, while Christianity and Islam emerged as major religions. By 1100, the precursors of several modern states had developed. Europe as we know it today was taking shape. Room 41 gives an overview of this period and its peoples. The gallery's centrepiece is the Anglo-Saxon ship burial at Sutton Hoo, Suffolk, one of the most spectacular and important discoveries in British archaeology. You can view more videos about the British Museum London in the description below and in the links above. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very kindly for joining me on this history tour of the British Museum. Stay safe, keep well and see you all soon. Bye for now.